We're on week 32. That is a lot of weeks, that's gone so quick. We are currently en route to the hospital. So we've had our first bit of potential complications. Happy Mother's Day. And we've got the old man in the back. Say hi, Hudson. So yeah, he's my retired guide dog. We've picked him up today to take him to hydrotherapy. I've just started a brand new podcast called The Blind Dad Diaries. Morning, welcome back to our channel. We're on week 32. That is a lot of weeks, that's gone so quick.
You've skipped a lot of weeks too.
Yeah, this was probably our first vlog. Well no, we did one 2 weeks ago, didn't we? I don't know anyway, but life's been hectic, hence why we haven't uploaded every week as we originally planned. Anyway, week 32, so we are currently en route to the hospital. So quick update to the situation that's been happening recently. So we've had our first bit of potential complications.
See if you get this right.
I probably won't. At the moment, I'm not overly worried. I'm remaining positive. I think it'll be okay. But obviously, we're just going to the hospital now, just double check. So on Monday, the 15th of March, and last week you had an appointment with the midwife, didn't you? I still can't go to these. If you're wondering why I didn't go, so yeah, because of COVID, I still can't go. But they did all the usual stuff that you do in there, and then they obviously measured your belly. I don't know why we're still in the 1920s and like they just measure bellies with a tape measure. It just seems so ridiculous to measure the size.
Cheaper than measuring everyone with a scale.
I know, but I know it's cheaper, but then I feel like you're going to get situations like this, like we've got right now, and they have to send people to the hospital all the time because it's just not very accurate.
Yeah, but if they didn't do it, then everyone would be at the hospital.
And then people won't have the worry that we've had over the last few days. So it doesn't make sense to me. So, but anyway, so obviously they measure pregnant women's bellies that's to measure the size of the baby, isn't it? I mean, yeah, to measure the size of the baby, which seems so crazy. It's not to measure the size; it's to measure the growth, to make sure they're growing at the right rate. Yeah. So if you remember, I think it was about a month ago, we said, I think it was on the 28-week update, we said that at that point Emma was in the 90th centile.
Well, I wasn't.
He was. You both were together. You're going through this together. 90th centile, and you know the predictions were that we're going to be having a big baby, 9 pounds 7, you know, and all these things like that. So that was what it was predicted a month ago. Now apparently Emma shrunk a centimetre, and he's now off the scale in the opposite direction. So he's not even on the scale of the centile. So. And so, you know, potentially, apparently he's shrunk. I don't think that's even possible, but that's, you know.
Oh, no, he hasn't shrunk, but he could be in a different position, or it could be the midwife, or he could. Yeah. His growth could be restricted. That's what.
Basically, yeah, there's a lot of things that the reasons why that might be the case, why the measurements are coming in lower than they are. So, hence why, you know, we've been sent to. This was Thursday. Next time they could get an appointment was for Monday, so they wanted to get it ASAP. So it's just a check,
we have
really.
To pay now. What's this all about?
What? How dare they? Well, yeah, so we're just being sent to basically double check that everything's all right. So we'll obviously.
Why has it produced me one itself? Was that the guy in front? Oh.
No, you take the ticket and then
you're supposed to press a button.
That's probably automatic. It's clever.
I don't think it is, but anyway.
It's clever these days.
He came in at the same time.
So yeah, we'll update you on what happens. We're just pulling into the car park now, but before we do that, I'll show you something that I got last week, which is quite cool. So this is another little surprise I got, like the embroideries. I also got a 3D print. So I have a very special surprise, another one here. Everyone's been watching our vlogs over the last couple of months. You might have seen us talking about the tactile embroideries that we've been given from a friend called Debs that have been amazing. So it's made our scans, you know, tactile by touch, which has obviously been amazing for me. Well, we've now got this. This is a 3D print, and it's been made from using the scan of the 4D scan that we had a few weeks ago. It's been made for my another friend. It sounds like I've got loads of friends. I don't. Another friend called Claire, who's also a guide owner. Her brother-in-law has a 3D print, and he's kindly done this for us. A big thank you to him. I think his name was Mark. So thank you, Mark, if you're watching this. So yeah, this is a little bit different to the embroideries. This one gives more detail on things such as like the facial features more than anything, whereas the embroideries were more of a, you know, a tactile version of this outer shape of the baby, if that makes sense. So yes, this is more the facial features, etc. And yeah, hopefully you can see this clearly. So you know, by feeling, I can feel his eyes are there, his nose, obviously his lips here. There's a lot of like sort of, it's very difficult because it goes from the actual image of the scan that you get, obviously. So it depends on the quality of the scan, etc. And obviously all this area over here, it's basically nothing, but you can still kind of feel, it's still, yeah, it still
might be the
bumpy.
placenta. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, there's really bumpy bits here, and we think that might be the placenta, don't we? That is really sort of bumpy. But yeah, so most of it's obviously over this side, on the left-hand side. It's very, yeah, that's where the most of the tactile is, and yeah, that's something that I wouldn't be able to get. Well, obviously, wouldn't be able to get from the normal scan. So nice, have been amazing. It's very, like I say, very different to the embroideries, but also you know, equally as amazing. So yeah, big thank you to Claire and to Mark for getting this sorted for us. Love it. Look, it's the camera. Not a ball. Off. Go! Hello again. We've fast forwarded from the hospital to the woods. We thought while we're out, we'll take the dogs for a walk. Oh, it's a pleasant day. It's a bit chilly, hence the hat, but it's getting warmer. The sun's out, trying to brighten the day up. Yeah, so what happened in the hospital? Well, I mean, I was kind of wrong. I thought everything was fine, and it still is. He's like heartbeat, everything's like moving fine. Everything else is pretty normal. The problem is with his growth. So it looks like there is a bit of a problem at the minute. So what they've said, you probably better explain this than me. You're better with more the terminology. So bear with me. But basically, his growth seems to have slowed down. Slowed. Basically, his growth seems to have slowed down.
Well, we haven't got much to go by.
No.
We've only got the measurement, and they're not supposed to go by private scans, but they did.
They have compared it, yes, because we had the details from the private scan. So they have done that just to help with having one scan to compare with, which they don't usually do.
If you go from the private scan, it was between the 10th and the 50th, and now he's percentile, and now he's just under the 10th.
Yeah,
it's not like dramatic.
No, it's just the fact that if he stayed on the usual trajectory that he was on before, then it wouldn't be a problem. But it's the fact that it's now gone lower on the trajectory, so obviously it's dropped. So that's why they're sort of checking things more now. So basically, we've got to go back for what is it? It's some sort of scan next week. It's not a full ultrasound scan, is it?
Doppler.
And a somewhat volume. Lycra volume, that's it.
I don't even know what that is.
Whatever they are. So we've got that next week, and then the week after we've then got another growth scan to see where he's at, and obviously
and see the doctor at the same time.
And see the doctor, yeah. So
to create an ongoing plan.
Yeah, who knows? We might end up. What are we on? We're looking at how long now? 8 weeks normally. Yeah. Ish. Normally. So that could be brought forward depending on what happens over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, we'll see what's happening. But the most important thing is, despite obviously the fact that his growth might have slowed down, everything else is still good. He's still kicking. Kicked you in the ribs early, didn't he? For getting them up early. So he's still kicking and moving around and everything. All that, you know, fingers crossed, still seems absolutely fine. So yeah, there we go. Getting a little bit of, it's starting to bring a little drama to our lives already.
The next day.
Here we go.
You.
Happy
Alf.
Happy Mother's Day. What? Happy. It's not from you.
What is it? Blob. I can't show that bit though.
Oh yeah, be careful what you show.
Dear Mummy, happy first ever Mother's Day. I've been speaking with Daddy while she's been asleep to sort out this special little story for you. Thank you for keeping me nice and safe. I can't wait to meet you.
And then it's a nice little story for you to keep forever. It's annoying that it came a couple of days late, but yeah. And then he's also, where have you put the card? We also got her a card.
He's not Cora's one.
Yeah, I know.
My stepdaughter.
Oh, I'm not going to film this because we don't want to reveal the name. So we have decided on a name, but quick. We have decided on a name, but you guys got to wait a little bit. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, Alfie! Alfie! Said he. And look, he's even written on himself.
Isn't that quite neat writing for a blind person?
I don't think it is. Yeah, so our boys, amazingly managed to write on the card already. He's not even born yet. Do you like his handwriting? Yeah, so you got your first. I mean, this doesn't count as your first Mother's Day. Yeah, your first one. I mean, this is your first mother to be day. Does that count?
The next day.
Hi everyone, it's now Wednesday. It's a beautiful day, and we're doing something normal for a change. We're actually out doing something. I'm so excited. It's nice to be out. Doing something like apart from a walk. And we've got the old man in the back. Say hi, Hudson.
He looks very depressed.
And I can't decide if he's excited or not. Yeah, so that's Hudson, my retired guide dog. He's 9 now. That's crazy. Is he 9? 9 this year? 9? Or
I think he's 10 this year, isn't he?
God, he is. Yeah, that's good. Time flies. That's craziness. So yeah, he's my retired guide dog. We've picked him up today to take him to hydrotherapy. So for those that don't know, he had, well, had and still has bilateral hip dysplasia. So obviously as he's getting older, it's causing him more problems. So he's been referred to have hydrotherapy. So, which is crazy because Hudson, being the dog he is, when he gets near water, he's mental, and sometimes it's like it looks like he doesn't enjoy it. Sometimes it's like he's too excited to get in there. So we'll see.
He just can't swim.
Yeah, I think it's more excitement, isn't it? But the problem is he's the worst swimmer ever out of there. Out of any Labradors in the world, he's by far the worst swimmer. So he just splashes everywhere, which would be fun. So this is his second time here, so we'll see how he gets on. But it's always good fun. I think we need a sign here, beware of the splash zone, because there's always one when Hudson's about.
Hello.
Tail's going mad.
That's okay.
This is where he drags us in.
It's better. Oh no. Spoke too soon. Ah, I've lost the top.
Hudson's back home now, so taking Abby for a little stroll in the sunshine whilst it's here. 3 lads. She's been waiting patiently whilst we took Hudson a hydrotherapy. I'm just waiting for the ones to open up for fun so we can take her, because she loves it. Doesn't need it as such, but she just enjoys swimming, so hopefully not too long, Abby. Straight on. Here's a good girl. Ah, it's a lovely day. that's it from us this week, guys. We will, of course, keep you up to date with everything that's happening. We are back at the hospital tomorrow, so we will obviously include that in the vlog for next week. Before we sign off, I just want to let you know if anybody out there likes to listen to podcasts. I've just started a brand new podcast called The Blind Dad Diaries, along with a fellow blind dad called Martin Ralph. If anybody's interested in giving that a listen, just search Blind Dad Diaries on all your favourite podcast apps and you should be able to find us. We've just released episode 3 and I'll pop in a little preview of that right at the end of this video in just a minute. So yeah, if anybody's interested in that, please do go and check that out and give us a subscribe. But yeah, that's it from us. We'll see you again on Sunday next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop us a comment below and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, do hit subscribe. See you later.
This is The Blind Dad Diaries with Martin Ralph and Nathan Edge. It's been a manic 2 weeks, a lot of things going on with the baby, hospitals, and we've also got a house on the market. So there's a lot going on in our household and clan. But yeah, how about yourself, Emma, and the baby?
Well, you say it's been manic for you. We're almost matching you, apart from we haven't quite got a house on the market at the moment. But
and so they were able to give us a tour, show us what's what. We were discussing like the arrangements for the guide dogs and where they would be in an emergency and where they'd be taken to in an emergency.
It's like a fully trained, a very good sort of mobility instructor, sort of, never mind a midwife. But it's absolutely the opposite of what in my situation, unfortunately. And I've decided now that I'm probably not going to take my guide dog to it. The more I thought about it, I think all guide dogs are different, but her personality, I don't think it'd be suitable for her. So I'm not going to do that, which is one less thing for me to have to worry about organising. Yeah, but
or what if she goes to theatre and I'm clinging on the back of the trolley for dear life? You've rightly said, though, there is going to be something that happens potentially that you've not even thought of or planned for. And he wants visuals. Even if you could see.
No, nobody wants to see that bit.
Speak to you soon and see you all in about 2 weeks.